The doctors kind of seemed like they weren't sure what it was that was causing him to be sick.
We didn't know what was wrong. We didn't know how to cure him.
You see all these people running into the room. I was in shock. I didn't know what was going on.
He was beginning to deteriorate, and we still had no answer. We had no idea where this problem was.
I mean, he could die. I mean, today, this night, he could die.
Mysterious afflictions, unexpected complications, dire emergencies, ordinary people struck down by extraordinary illness. These are the true stories of life or death. San Antonio, March 3rd, 2005. It's an ordinary school night for 33-year-old mom, Vanessa Wooten, and her 8-year-old son, Josh.
Josh, come on, it's late!
But this typical evening at home is about to become anything but typical.
Josh, what in the world? Keep going down.
I couldn't even begin to grasp why. That didn't make sense to me. It just didn't seem like it was real, like, you know, anything that I'd seen before. I didn't understand that.
Burning up.
Then when I reached and touched his skin and realized, yes, he was very hot, extremely hot to the touch.
Steph! Get me a thermometer, quick. Are you burning up? Open?
Josh had just had a throat infection like 10 days before this happened and had just finished with his antibiotics. The only thing I can think, maybe the infection is coming back and maybe it's gotten worse.
When Vanessa sees that Josh's temperature is 103, she knows she needs to get him to a doctor fast. The closest health clinic is only 5 miles away, but the family are new to San Antonio, and neither Vanessa nor her 12-year-old daughter, Stephanie, are familiar with the area.
Do I just stay on this main road, honey?
Yeah, you're good. Just keep going straight.
It's getting late, 9:30 at night. And he was looking really sick and very tired still. I'm thinking, okay, now we really need to get there. Come on.
As they search for the clinic, Josh is becoming less and less responsive. His sudden decline is alarming to Vanessa, given that Josh has been healthy all his life.
Josh was an active kid. He went outside and played all the time. Any sport that you could find to be involved, he wanted it. He's not a sick child.
After an excruciating 30-minute drive, the Wootens finally arrive at the clinic.
I need to see a doctor, please.
But in that time, Josh's lips have turned a frightening shade of blue.
How long have his lips been down?
I don't know, I haven't noticed.
Josh's blue lips are a clear sign that his blood lacks the proper level of oxygen.
The doctor took a little thing, looks like a little alligator, and she puts it on Josh's finger. And the doctor's face starts looking a little odd.
Josh's blood oxygen level should be around 98%, but it has dropped to nearly half that amount. And Josh is slowly suffocating. The doctor quickly realizes that the problem may be inside his lungs. She suspects that a buildup of fluid is preventing oxygen from being absorbed into his blood. This is a hallmark of pneumonia.
So I'm thinking he's got pneumonia. That's what's going on with him. I don't know exactly what they do for that, but that's something to grasp onto.
But Josh's dramatically low blood oxygen level is confusing the doctor. It's obvious that this is no ordinary case of pneumonia. Josh needs emergency care right away. An ambulance is called to take him to the ER at Baptist General Hospital.
It's pretty serious. Pneumonia.
Vanessa phones her husband, James. who's working the night shift across town.
Just follow them. I'll see you there.
I don't know what I was thinking. I just wanted to get up there and check him out and see what was going on. I didn't know how bad it would be.
My whole thought process following the ambulance is, please don't let me lose the ambulance because I'm not sure where this hospital is they're taking him to. When we first start out, everything seems okay. There's no lights on the ambulance and there's no siren. They're taking it fairly easy. All of a sudden, lights kick on, siren comes on, they speed up. I mean, they are going way faster. I'm like, oh my gosh, what's happening in there?
Inside the ambulance, Josh's blood oxygen level is dropping again, and his condition is in rapid decline.
Hope some good luck. I follow along behind him, and I got stopped by a light and there was traffic coming, and I had to stop.
Vanessa loses sight of the ambulance and fears the worst.
Something had to happen in that ambulance that triggered them to go so much faster, and I was just worried what it was going to be.
Without the ambulance to lead her, Vanessa is once again lost in an unfamiliar city. By the time Josh arrives at the ER, the paramedics fear he is heading for respiratory failure.
He's ready. 3, 1, 2, 3. CER, they're not shot at the pediatrics.
His blood oxygen level is so dangerously low, the doctor calls for a BiPAP.
Okay, I'm just going to be putting something over your face to help you breathe. This mask is right over your nose.
The BiPAP forces oxygen into Josh's lungs every time he takes a breath. The doctor hopes it will be enough to stabilize his breathing until a diagnosis can be obtained. This responsibility comes down to Dr. Nelson Chavez, one of the hospital's most senior pediatricians.
The way this child looks sometimes is very important to us as pediatricians because many times we have kids that don't even talk. He looks very tired. And the tired patient, when you have respiratory problems, is very worrisome. Because tired children get so tired they stop breathing.
After dashing across town, James is the first to arrive at the hospital.
Excuse me, ma'am. My son just been admitted. His name's Joshua Wooten.
I'm the type of guy that wants to be there to fix it and help and do what I can do to take care of the situation, and I couldn't do nothing else to help us.
5 miles away, Vanessa still can't find the hospital, and she's starting to panic.
So I was like, oh, please God, let me find where they're at. I just had to get to them.
In the ER, x-rays are immediately taken of Josh's lungs. But while they do show some evidence of pneumonia, Dr. Chavez is confused.
The amount of disease that I'm seeing in the lungs, it doesn't correspond with the amount of hypoxia or low oxygen that the child has.
Dr. Chavez is convinced that it can't just be pneumonia that's starving Josh's body of oxygen. And sure enough, when he looks more closely at the x-ray, he spots something else.
The heart appears to be larger than usual.
Josh's abnormally large heart means one thing. This is much more serious than just a simple case of pneumonia. This is life-threatening, and 8-year-old Josh needs help fast.